There's a difference. You can get a lot of things done with just sprinkles. You can go out there, you get a few drops, but you're still able to function. The more steady rain that's going to get the roads wet and keep it wet, that's not going to be here till later on this morning into the afternoon. So yeah, you might get teased, you might get a few drops, you might even get your windshield wipers going for a little bit, but the more steady stuff that has more impacts, that's not till later on this morning. It's already happening though in a more steady way once you get north of Sacramento, and any change in elevation, you're going to see that for the coastal range and the Sierra as well. Now let's go ahead and focus on some of these headlines. This is a quick hitter. It's here and then it's gone. And what I mean by here, well, like I mentioned, those time frames through this morning into the evening, and then by tonight it's done. But there's a lot that's going to happen. Valley rain, mountain snow, combination of snow and really strong winds that are going to cut power likely in some areas. Not planned power outages, the unplanned stuff, tree limbs onto power lines, stuff like that could happen on the east side of the Sierra throughout the course of the day. And then we're going to be looking at some, some damaging winds as well. I think some tree limbs into homes and things like that could happen in places like Truckee, South Lake Tahoe, and Reno in the coming hours. Now, what we're going to be looking at in addition to this is the temperatures. We've seen it come up quite a bit as this system's been moving in. Cloud cover and wind will do that, but we have to reflect on yesterday. A decently nice day, dry, warm, pretty good. Today, it's totally different. It's not going to look and feel at all like yesterday. Breezy in some spots. The wind's already picking up for the higher elevations. And then for places like Sacramento, Stockton, Modesto, you're looking at very iffy stuff. Clouds, a couple sprinkles, then it stops. It's not going to be this steady stuff until later on this afternoon, between I would say 11 and maybe 1 p.m. Right in that time frame, it's going to switch over to the okay, now it's raining, and it just keeps going. It's not heavy rain, but it's steady rain throughout the rest of the day, and then once the sun goes down, probably an hour or two after that, and then we're done with this. So you can see that we're seeing some of it, but for most of the valley, it's just kind of just, again, just little sprinkles. It doesn't really switch to steady rain until you get to the east side of the valley and that elevation change. I want to highlight this one more time because I think some stuff's going to break with the winds that we're going to see. 40 to 50 miles per hour. Not over the ridgetop, it's going to be double that. Down lower, it's going to be consistently with some of these winds enough to break tree limbs, send some trees falling over, and also for high-profile vehicles, I think some trucks on 395 could flip over with the strong winds in that spot. Just to show you this one more time, there it picks up throughout the course of the day. Very strong damaging wind. To time out the rain, like I mentioned, some sprinkle iffy stuff all the way through until about maybe 11 o'clock. And then this more steady stuff is going to be late this afternoon, but it times out with the commute home. So heads up, if it's not raining now, expect it to rain on the way home for a lot of us if you are commuting. And the snow will be enough for chain controls, but remember, the biggest impact of the snow is going to be the combination tonight of snow and strong winds. It could be whiteout conditions. They may even have to close the road because it's impassable because you can't see. So watch for that later on today and tonight. The rest of your weekend, Saturday and Sunday, should be good to go.